Oh, this is so exciting.
Really exciting, guys. We've got video this week.
You can see how bad our posture is.
Oh, yeah. Massive posture check.
Shall I sit like this?
Yeah, I'm literally going to do my shoulders in sitting up straight now.
We need the Alexandra St. Malou posture.
Yes. I don't have that.
Neither do I. Sit on TikTok all the time.
Well, welcome back to
Gals
on the Pit Wall. I'm Jasmine.
And I'm Catherine.
And we are very excited to bring you episode 5 with video.
Woo! We did it!
We finally got in here.
But the tripod we had a bit of an issue with, so it is literally a clothes horse with some records and a book to try and make it even, and the camera's on there.
Yeah, do you know what? You'll have to go over to the Instagram because we're definitely posting that, and it wouldn't be an episode without something going wrong for us, so.
Yeah, true. I don't think we've had a smooth setup.
Nah, last week was good.
We were pretty rapid last week, to be fair.
And last week's episode was brilliant. So if you've not listened to that, listen to this one first and then go back and listen to that one.
And last week's episode was so good that it was shared by Chloe Chong. What a moment. I was
God.
I was on the toilet doing a poo and I saw that and I screamed, and my flatmate Alice thought I was screaming in pain.
I was literally sat in the middle of a James Acaster show, got to the intermission, opened my phone and was like, oh my God, like, no way, this is the most exciting thing ever. But Chloe liked the story and shared it to hers.
Yeah.
And then, two other people liked it, right? Or was it just one other person?
No, Marta saw it. Marta Garcia viewed our story, which was exciting.
Oh my God, literally insane.
So if you want to come on the podcast, Chloe, we will gladly have you on.
Oh my God, in an instant, you're on the podcast.
If you've got a bit of spare time.
Yeah, if you have any, we would love to have you on.
So that was really exciting.
So exciting.
We've peaked. Episode 6 and we've peaked.
Yeah, this is 5.
No, this is 6.
What, are we counting the bonus?
No. This is episode...
Are we on 6? Oh
yes.
My God, we are?
Yep.
We're on episode 6.
Not including the bonus, this is episode 6.
I'm losing the plot.
I mean, wait till it gets to like episode 100 and we're like... Pfft.
Yeah, for sure. I won't even know where we're at that point.
No.
Never mind.
But this is the last week of summer break.
Racing's coming back,
Woo-hoo!
baby!
But there's quite a fair bit of news from this past week.
Yeah. There's really just been like a little bite
nuggets
of everything, yeah.
I mean, you've got all the notes this week. We've swapped.
I do, yeah.
Swap
we
shifts.
swapped this week, yeah. I just was on the
grind.
Yeah, well, I was on my phone too much, really. That's what the issue was there, but...
I mean, I was on my phone a lot, but I just didn't see that much. I saw bits. I've put them into your notes. I've snuck them in.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you want to start with your regulation changes?
Oh, yeah.
That we've
for
been
2026. I've been putting this off for how many weeks now?
Oh, since day one.
Yeah.
Literally since first week.
That's so funny. Right. Well, the 2026 regulation changes came out on the week of episode 4. So
okay.
a little while back now. But they have like 3 main changes.
Mm-hmm.
So the first one is that the cars are only to use 30 kgs of fuel to generate electric power. So they're doing like more hybrid than they are now. So they only have to have 30 on board. Because
they're working towards their carbon neutral goal, I believe?
They're net zero by 2030.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's to help with that.
Nice one.
It also makes the cars less heavy.
And quicker!
Yeah, so super speedy fast. And then the wheelbase is set to be shortened by 30 centimetres.
For why?
Well, I was like having a look at this because like it really was a bit confusing, but there's quite a lot of worries that changing the wheelbase is going to affect the aero of the car.
Yeah.
Because it totally affects the airflow, like when you're driving, of where the air is going and coming from. So people are really worried about the aero part of it.
Do we know why they're changing it?
No, I couldn't actually find that, and like I really tried to do my research on it, but like I really couldn't find why they were giving it a go.
I guess if you're listening and you have the answer for us,
Oh yeah, please let us know.
slide us a DM and help our confusion.
Yeah. And then the next part was that the gearbox is only going to have 6 gears instead of 8.
Right.
Which no one's happy about. So that's going to be a bit of a weird one because it kind of makes the engines a bit more standardized as well.
Mm-hmm.
Like, obviously they're not totally standardized, but like it makes them a little bit more like each other if there's caps on it. But yeah, a change in the power unit.
These are a lot of big changes.
Yeah, really big changes. But the power unit, now I'm not an engineer, so this is jargon to me, right? This doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. But from what I could get from it, the power unit change, so currently it contributes 120 kilowatts to the power unit.
Mm-hmm.
But with the power unit change, it's going to go up to 350 kilowatts.
Christ.
Yeah. So, the cars are going to be fast. And
way faster.
Going up to 350 kilowatts, as well as having the reduced fuel load, makes for an interesting time.
That's really interesting, particularly when they were looking at the speed of the cars, especially when talking about Spa.
Yeah.
That, you know, they think that certain corners on tracks and certain turns should be changed because they're old and they're not built for the faster speed that the cars are currently at, and it makes them too dangerous. So if the cars are going to increase speed even more, then I think they really need to think about, are the tracks going to be suited to these speeds? Do we need to redesign the tracks to account for faster cars?
Yeah.
Because will it become too dangerous? And I don't want them to leave it for something bad to happen for them to consider it, because it shouldn't take for a disaster for...
Like Delano this year.
Yeah, for them to have to think about making changes. They should be on top of it. If you're making major changes like that, you have to be prepared to balance it out.
Yeah, for sure.
So that's interesting. Jazz is dying this week.
Oh god, sorry guys. The fuel's also changing. So they're changing to biofuel.
Oh.
So that is also to reduce carbon emissions for their net zero. And the gearbox change as well, so that going to 6. That makes the gearbox smaller and lighter.
So more speed.
More speed again. So they really are working towards having like these even faster cars, which is literally insane to me. Yeah. But then the reduced gears can obviously counteract that. So because the car's lighter and everything, obviously it's going to go a little bit quicker. But because there's not as many gears, what ones are they taking away? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, what two are they taking?
Is this the balance that they've gone with? It's going to be so funny as well to see how, like, when this happens, when this comes into place, 2026, how this will shake up the teams again. Yeah, because obviously with the recent changes, Red Bull have come out far dominant than anyone else. Yeah. So when this happens,
who's going to come out on the other
if Red Bull remain dominant until then, will this come about and then really shake things up again?
Yeah. That would be a bit of fun if it did, though.
As soon as one team gets ahead, they'd go, actually, no, we're going to change everything.
We're just going to totally mess it all up for yous.
But I guess all the teams will be thinking about that already.
Yeah, for sure.
And accounting for it. That is interesting.
Very. I just felt like I had to pop that in because the cars are going to change quite a bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think visually they'll change too much. I mean, with the wheelbases going, then they'll have to change slightly, but it's not going to be like the last regulation change where everything looked completely new. But yeah.
It's insane to me that the cars can be going any faster than they are now.
It's literally nuts. How are the drivers even good with that?
Do we need them to go faster? This is the question.
Personally, I don't need them to go any faster.
At what point do we stop and go, actually, quick enough?
Yeah.
We'll leave it as is.
We can focus on the racing now.
Like, they're really trying, like, get the whole net zero thing, that's really important. But I feel like, and with changes like that, and also when they change things in the weekend, like the setup of the sprint, or like the qualifying changes that they did for using one type of tires per session, not session, per session, per qualifying Q1, Q2, Q3. I've explained that so bad. Oh my god. And I know they do this to try and make it more entertaining, but at one point, like, what other sport do they shake up the rules and the way they do it so often?
I know, and it's like drastic changes. It's not like just like a little tweak here and there. Like, they really are drastically changing things in 26.
At what point did they go, okay, well, like, we've got a good setup here and we'll leave it now? There is actually no other sport that makes this many changes, surely.
And I mean, I guess because it's cars, like, there's always
infinite possibilities.
Yeah, because it's always innovative. Like, everything's changing all the time, and cars, like, even road cars are changing all the time.
Yeah.
So I guess they just are gonna keep going and going.
I guess that's what a lot of people like about motorsport, is that it changes so much. It's not stagnant.
I do like that.
Yeah, it is interesting.
Spices things up.
Yeah,
so that was the regulations.
The well-anticipated chat about regulations.
I know.
Changes.
My, how long's that now? 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. Possibly 3 weeks.
Never mind. We got it in there eventually, guys. There we go. Yeah, where do I start on these rumours? There's been quite a few gossipy things this week, and then quite a few teams coming out with things. I guess maybe I'll start with Haas.
Oh, yes.
There's a little bit of Haas.
Haas news.
Yeah, a little bit of Haas news this time. So, Alfa Romeo, they are going to sponsor Haas in 2024.
Interesting.
Yeah, because Haas's deal with Sauber ends at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So Alfa Romeo are going to sponsor Haas, but is it going to be like Haas Alfa Romeo racing, or like Alfa Romeo Haas racing? Like, I don't understand like how they're going to go about that.
That is confusing. Because
I don't see them being a silent partner.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think they'll just leave it at Haas. If MoneyGram had to go on the Haas handle, then...
There's going to be some long team names. We're going to have Hugo Boss Bulls Racing.
I hope not.
Alfa Romeo Haas Racing.
So bad.
The Alfa Romeo MoneyGram Haas team.
Yeah, literally, it's going to be something like that. Oh my god. So that's a major change for Haas.
Yeah.
And hopefully Gunther Steiner will be a bit less stressed because he'll actually have the funding that he needs.
And then
they could maybe get a pit wall back.
Oh, bless. And then that's interesting as well, because obviously Haas, both driver contracts are up.
Yes.
At the end of this season. Mm-hmm. And then if Alfa Romeo and Haas combine, will they want to
switch over?
Uh-huh. Will Alfa Romeo then want to have Zhou Guanyu and Valtteri Bottas drive for Haas?
That's so true. So true.
But then that goes along with Haas are utilising Ollie Bearman.
They are. For Ollie, I'm so excited.
Free practice 1 in Austin, which is really exciting for him.
So exciting.
And really exciting for Haas as well.
I don't know. I don't know if I'm excited for Haas. I'm excited for Ollie though. Yeah. That's so exciting because that's his F1 debut.
Mm-hmm. And he's doing a Pirelli test at the end of the season with Ferrari, which is also very exciting.
That one's exciting. I'll get excited about that one.
You just don't want to see anyone you like driving for Haas ever again.
Never.
You're traumatized from Mick now.
Yes.
Oh. I'm sure he'll be okay.
Well, apparently he's taking Logie Sarge's seat, so I'm sure he will be.
Yeah, Mick.
I'm buzzing for him.
You're a wee Mickey.
My wee Mickey. He's so cute.
But yeah, it would be interesting to see if Haas... Because I love K-Mag, okay?
Yeah.
But I'm unsure if they're going to keep K-Mag.
I know. And with his new kid being born.
Yeah. Right? And because Nico's...
Nico,
fucking hell. Because Nico... Now, what? I'm so...
Oh my god, we're actually losing the plot today, guys.
Fucking hell. Because now I'm like, my brain's so baffled. Oh my god. I'm flustered now. Nico, Hülkenberg.
Yep.
Because he's overperforming in the car, you could say. Especially in qualifying, maybe not in the race. But he's been doing pretty solidly. And Kevin, you could say, is then underperforming. Is this the end of K-Mag? Again? Oh, God.
Take 2.
He was the first driver I ever liked.
Yeah.
I'll be sad.
It is sad, though.
But it will be interesting if our current Alfa Romeo drivers become the Haas drivers.
That's so true.
At that point, I'm like, surely Valtteri's retiring.
Yeah.
Surely he's piecing out.
But then I also have in my notes that Zhou Guanyu is set to agree a contract extension with Alfa Romeo by the end of summer.
I see.
Because his contract's up this year. So he is set to sign an extension.
Which would move him to Haas.
Potentially. But potentially not.
That's so confusing.
I know. Because I don't know how it's all going to work. Because if Haas are being sponsored by Alfa Romeo, what do Alfa Romeo become?
This is all very confusing.
Very confusing.
Well, because is Alfa Romeo not becoming Audi?
Yeah, but that's not till 25, right?
Yes.
Potentially.
This is all very confusing.
Yeah.
And they're definitely sponsoring Haas after this season.
Yeah, I had 2024. They wanted to sponsor Haas.
I feel like we are missing something. What are we missing here?
I mean, we're missing something, but I don't know. Like that. So it's all I got this week.
Wow.
I know. So I don't know if there's going to be some crossover or if Alfa Romeo are going to be like a little bit more silent next year, but then after Audi move in, they're going to become like a more, like Alfa Romeo will still be on the grid as Haas.
The one thing of like trying to read up on F1 articles about teams and changes and stuff is that they're so inconsistent with reporting what years things are happening.
Yeah, really inconsistent.
Like, even at first trying to find out whose contracts were ending this season.
Yeah.
That was really hard.
Really difficult.
So,
until F1 put that post out about it all, it was so difficult.
You basically can't get accurate F1 news until F1 say it themselves.
Yeah.
So a lot of the stuff that you read doesn't actually, when you start taking these pieces of the jigsaw together, don't actually make sense.
Yeah.
Until F1 say something.
For sure.
So we could really be missing a piece here. But that is the news that we found.
Yeah.
So do with that what you will.
Yes. Take it with a pinch of salt, potentially.
Yeah. But yeah, silly season hasn't really been sillying too much in F1.
It has not.
But it has in IndyCar.
Yes.
But it is linked to F1. I'll explain this. So Alex Palou, he drives for Chip Ganassi Racing in IndyCar, for those of you who don't know. He'd signed with Aaron McLaren for 2024 to drive for them, but also to be developed by McLaren Racing, to do testing with them, but also then eventually drive in F1 basically.
Yeah.
And he'd receive money for this and also money for his development into F1. So he's been paid basically for IndyCar and F1.
Yeah.
And he'd signed these contracts. And now he's being sued by both Aaron McLaren and McLaren Racing.
So
because
not good for
he
him.
announced, I don't know why he's done this, that he does not intend to fulfill his contract. So Zach Brown has been Uno reverse, basically.
Yes.
What happened to Danny Rick? The karma's come back for him.
Yes.
And Alex Palou has fucked him over. Mm-hmm. So that's fun. What a fun
Yeah.
little bit of drama.
But then it's also, like, it's a bit crazy because he's a name to look out for. Like, if you ask anybody who you think's going to get put in a car next.
Yeah, has he just crushed his F1 dreams? And why has he done this?
I don't know.
Like, the articles that I was reading were a bit all over the place. But, like, I couldn't find a motivation. Like, sure, he loves driving for Chip Ganassi, but, like, if you've signed these contracts and been paid...
Just fulfill it.
Because you're actually being sued now for money.
Yeah, that he probably doesn't have.
Yeah, you're going to have to give back the money you've been paid. Why?
And that's totally ruined his chances because other teams aren't going to find him trustworthy or reliable. No. So, like, he's ruined it for himself.
I don't understand at all. If he had a way into F1, why he's done that to himself.
No, I don't get it.
Unless he really didn't want to go to F1. But
Yeah.
Why would you sign the contract?
Yeah, I don't know. Very
it's very
confusing,
weird.
right?
So a lot of people are giving him a fair bit of grief for that one, which is...
Unsurprisingly.
Yeah, but it's quite funny.
Yeah.
I thought you'd appreciate that with your Zach Brown hatred.
Very much so. Hate that guy. Hate him. He's the worst.
Not your dream podcast guest?
No, funnily enough, he's not.
Sorry, Zach.
Oh my God, I'm not.
I'd have you on the podcast. Jazz wouldn't, though.
Yeah, I'd have to miss that week. Call in a sick day.
Gals in the Pit Wall, hosted by Catherine and Zach.
That actually sounds quite funny.
I showed, so Alice, my flatmate, I showed her, you know the video where Mclaren is saying, like, goodbye to Carlos?
Yeah.
And it's really sad and emotional the whole way through, and they're all saying their bits in Italian to Ferrari. And it's all so sad. And then it just gets to Zach and it's, arrivederci. Arrivederci. And you're like, wow, spot the American?
Right?
It's so funny.
Oh
I love
my
that video.
God.
Because you can't actually ever be sad watching that.
No.
Arrivederci.
Sounds like Simish.
I love that. If you've never seen that, you need to watch it because it's a wonderful clip.
So funny.
That's sidetracked, but it's so funny.
For sure. We have some sad news, some somber news.
Now that you said it's sad, I'm like, it's made me giggle, and it's not funny.
It's really not.
It's not funny, but because Jazz has said it's sad, but we're looking right into each other's eyes.
Yeah.
I have to not laugh now.
But now I want to laugh.
It's not funny. Okay,
no, it's actually not.
It's not funny.
The Imola cat has died.
Oh.
R.I.P. Imola cat.
It was like 16 or something.
Yeah, this was an old cat.
Old cat.
Yeah. But this cat had been to all of the Imola Grand Prix.
Cursed Seb.
Yeah, exactly.
Now it's gone.
Yeah. R.I.P. Imola cat.
What else is there to say? Can you tell I'm not a cat person?
Yeah, I really also don't like cats.
But
yeah, but it was the Imola cat, and we're not trying to get bad karma for that.
No.
So.
Love you, Imola cat. Did I have a name?
No, it's just Imola cat.
No, okay.
Yeah.
See, told you it wasn't funny.
No.
Not funny.
No, that was somber.
That's serious news.
Very.
We are serious journalists.
In other serious news, Massa is in fact seeking compensation for the 2008 championship title.
He's been at this for a while though.
But now there's actual conclusive evidence and the FIA have come out and said that they did in fact fudge it all up. So
awkward.
Yeah, so I think that he will get a settlement from the FIA. He obviously won't get Lewis's title.
Yeah.
But he will get a settlement.
I'd be shocking if he got Lewis's title.
That's a plot twist and a half.
People would really kick off.
Oh
I'd
my
feel
God.
horrible for Lewis.
Yeah, terrible.
He's already been stiffed once.
I know.
Debatably. Don't come at us.
Yeah.
We're neutral.
Right.
We're absolutely neutral on that. No comment.
No comment.
But yeah, poor Lewis.
I know.
Just give Massa his money.
Right? Just give him a settlement.
If you fudged it, give him what he wants.
Yeah.
Let him chill.
I think he'd actually probably be fine with a statement, like just being like,
admitting, yeah,
like we totally did mess this up. It's our bad. Like.
Yeah. Although, if I was him, I'd be wanting the title.
Yeah. I mean, I also would.
But.
Because he put in the work.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah.
It's a bit of an awkward one.
I know, and it's been a long, long time.
It has been a long time.
You couldn't rip that off, Lewis, now. And be
I know. Yeah, that's tragic if they did.
Yeah. And also if they did that, then it would like open the door for Lewis to go after Max.
Yeah, it would.
And it would cause a whole chain reaction of chaos.
And I'm sure there's other drivers that feel like they've been robbed of certain races or titles.
So if the FIA did that to Lewis, it would cause a whole chain reaction and a shit storm.
So I think they will just compensate Massa, but
which is fair enough. Oh, I've got something in my eye.
Oh dear.
This is not good for being on video.
Ooh.
I can see again.
There we go. And in other serious news, Dutch taxi drivers are threatening to block the roads leading up to the track. for the Grand Prix.
Why?
I couldn't work it out.
That's like, so on top of that, there's already Extinction Rebellion protesters on the track.
Yeah.
Already.
Now, as we speak.
Yes.
Oh dear.
I already saw pictures yesterday. Or this morning. No, it was yesterday I saw pictures.
Oh great.
They're already there. They're a week early. I don't know if they got their weekends wrong. But they
That's so embarrassing.
They are already there and on the track.
Shit.
So all it's going to take, I just think, right, I'm all for Extinction Rebellion and like protecting the environment's really important to me. And I think there's really good ways to do it. And I do think that disruptive methods do work.
Yeah.
But when it comes to endangering your life, obviously them being on the track now, fine.
Yeah.
But during the race, like the Just Stop Oil protesters, if they are to come on when cars are coming round and endanger not only themselves but the drivers.
Yeah, because there's other people involved.
That's unfair, and you would traumatize someone.
Yeah.
Like people watching in the crowd, the driver, if something bad was to happen, people watching on TV, that's a horrendous event. I think there's ways to disrupt things without putting lives at risk. 100%. And as much as you love the environment, you shouldn't be willing to die in that way for it. Yeah. Or get injured to that extent. I think there's better methods. Like even, not that I'm giving you any suggestions, even to disrupt like the national anthem. Yeah. I would say is a bigger statement than to run in front of a car or be on the track when cars are coming around.
And the thing that gets me with this as well is that I understand it's for a good cause because we do need to think about protecting the environment. But F1 are making all of these really big proactive steps to be more environmentally friendly. Yeah, it's not like they're ignoring that it's happening. Like they really are trying. So they've picked a sport which are actively trying to
make huge steps.
Yeah. Yeah. Like it's not like it's the people at F1 that need like a nudge to get going with it because they are going.
I guess it's more to do with the sponsors rather than the sport.
I suppose, but
because I mean Shell are one of the worst organisations on the planet. Yeah. And yeah, I'll rock around with a Shell logo on.
I also in my do Ferrari the same gear, thing,
but that's why it's such a target. And also the countries that it works with are countries that do not have great carbon emissions records. Yeah. So I still understand why they come after Formula One, but I just don't think putting lives at risk is the right way to do it.
It's not worth it.
I don't want to see anyone get hit
Absolutely
or die.
Not. That's horrible.
Find another more effective, even just showing up to the race and protesting.
Yeah. Because then you're still spreading awareness. Yeah. People are still seeing you. They're just not seeing you get killed.
If you're going to be there, do anything but run on the track, please. Yeah. Like, there's so many, in this day and age, so many better ways of protesting than getting on the track.
100%.
Yeah. And also risks the stewards as well, who are our police, who are coming on to remove you, and the cars are still coming round.
Oh, it's bad.
Oh, it makes me feel very anxious. I'm going to feel very anxious in the lead up towards it.
I know, especially with the taxi drivers going on as well, because then all of the roads are blocked. How are people getting in?
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting first weekend back.
Definitely
after the summer break.
Be.
What else have we got?
We've got Mercedes are having a £70 million upgrade to their factory.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So they are trying to be smoking out the competition.
Yeah, they're really making big steps here.
A humongous step. £70 million steps, to be exact.
Yeah, that's crazy.
It's insane.
But good for jobs for people as well.
Yeah, it's going to be good for
hint,
jobs.
hint.
Who could gallop up?
If you are looking for anyone to work in your social media team, I am available.
She'll send you an email. I'm not good at social media, so I won't.
Or a Grussel Word document. Yeah.
Yeah.
Total Wolf. Drop me your email and I'll slide you a really long list of why I am the perfect social media marketing person.
Yeah.
Just a wee internship. I'll do it unpaid.
That would be so good.
I'll do it unpaid. Just bring me to the races.
I think that's a fair trade, to be honest.
Yeah,
Yeah. Get your experience in at the race as well.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Red Bull, so Red Bull Powertrain,
Mm-hmm.
they are reportedly going to focus on AlphaTauri in their first year
Oh, okay.
over Red Bull,
I see.
because they feel like they've got the Red Bull at a sweet spot.
They're trying to bring the AlphaTauri.
Yeah, so now they're trying to make the AlphaTauris like car 3 and 4 of the Red Bull
Well,
team.
because they're going to give AlphaTauri the RB19,
Yeah,
which is madness.
insanity. I don't even think that's allowed.
Well, they want the cars, or they want them as close to each other as
Yeah.
they're allowed within the regulations. So they essentially want the AlphaTauris to have RB19.
It's insane. But then, if they want the AlphaTauris to have RB19, what the hell have they got planned for their next car?
Yeah, yeah. Somehow, like, I hope it's worse. I hope they
Oh,
somehow made it
fingers
worse.
crossed.
So that'd be kind of funny.
That would be, imagine
The
the
RB19
AlphaTauris outperforming the RB.
Yeah, the RB19
Yeah.
becomes the pinnacle of racing, and then they give it to AlphaTauri and they can't do anything better. Oh my god,
Unreal.
they move Checo to AlphaTauri, and then AlphaTauri starts doing better than Red Bull.
Wow.
I'd pee my pants.
That's like poetic justice, isn't
yeah,
it?
because I wonder if they're doing that because they can just like tell Checo, they're like, okay, Checo, we're gonna move you to AlphaTauri, and I know you're not happy about that. Yeah, I know you don't want to be swapped with Danny Rick, but it's okay.
We're going to give you Max's old car.
Yeah. You know, you like that car and you drive it well, so we're just going to pop you there with that
Yeah.
car, and we're going to bring Danny into Red Bull. And they're just trying to, like, sweeten him up.
Yeah. I could see that happening.
Because I don't see them not swapping Danny and Checo.
I know.
Unless Danny, like, which I don't think he's going to do.
No.
Oh, I just tapped the microphone there.
Little
Love tap.
Yeah. Donk.
But yeah, I wonder if that's just, like, they're, like, sweetening up Checo, going, but we'll give you your car that you like.
Surely.
Give you your favourite car if you just go and drive for AlphaTauri, aka Hugo Boss Bulls Racing. Stupid name.
It's so bad.
If they actually decide to call it that, we've talked about this already in the podcast, but if they decide to call it that,
It's the most vile name possible. Like, it really is.
it's fine. I'll just go back to calling it Toro Rosso.
Yeah.
I
Has
don't
to be
care.
done.
I'm not on this podcast. I refuse to seriously call it Hugo Boss Bulls Racing.
No, literally.
My speech impediment will kick in and I'm just going to fumble every time.
Honest. Then the only other bit of news that I have, really, I guess it's not really news, it's just Charles Leclerc chatting away.
Charleg.
Yeah, Mr. Charleg is trying to get his brother Arthur to do a 24-hour Le Mans with him. So he's trying to find a team that'll let him
No
and Arthur do
way.
it together. Yeah,
That's
so
sick.
he's trying to get a team to be like, yeah, Ace will pop you both in the car, because he wants to do...
Surely they'll let him. Someone's going to want to do it.
Someone surely will, but I think they just want Arthur to have a bit more experience first.
Okay, yeah.
But he is like dying to do a 24-hour Le Mans with.
That's so
Arthur.
sweet. I love that
It's
so much.
cute, right?
I would stay up all 24 hours to watch it.
Oh, same. We'd have the snacks and everything.
Yeah, we'll live stream us 24 hours of Le Mans with 24 hours of Catherine and Jazz.
Yeah, well, that's good, that. Yeah, we'll have to do that.
Oh, someone please let them do that. That's
Right.
I love that.
And I think it makes it even more special because, for those of you that don't know, when the Leclercs were getting into racing, they were both doing karting, but Charlie showed more promise than Arthur, and their family could only afford to put one through all of the stages.
Yeah.
So they chose to put Charlie through it because he was better than Arthur was. But then once Charlie started making money, he paid for Arthur to go through it all. So it's just like the final nice, like, rounded story if they get to go and do their 24-hour Le Mans together.
That'd be very, very sweet.
It would be emotional, I think.
Yeah. Oh, and Ferrari coming back for the first time to Le Mans
Yeah.
this past year and winning it.
Right?
Insane.
Unreal.
But clearly Ferrari not going to let them drive for them.
No. I mean, especially not if Antonio Giovinazzi's going to come back. Like,
Yeah.
he aced that.
Speaking of as well, they're going to do their special Ferrari livery
Oh, yeah.
to, like, I was supposed to commemorate, but that's not the right word.
Celebrate. Yes.
The Le Mans win.
Yeah.
By making the car similar to the Le Mans car.
That's for Monza, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yeah.
That would make sense.
Because they had their special 75 last year.
Yeah, and they're going to have special merch as well, which Jazz is really excited about.
I'm dying to get my hands on one of the tops. There was like a picture leak of like a top and a cap, and it is incredible.
They're pretty smart.
So nice. I want the top so bad.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
I am willing to fork out a good amount of money for that top.
I'm not. I think Ferrari produces some ugly merch.
But, like, that's what makes it so good. It's, like, it's needed. There has to be an element of ugliness to it.
No.
The look that Kath is giving me right now.
It just gives me flashbacks to, like, the Monaco, the white,
Oh, that was horrendous.
I like the idea of it.
Good.
But in execution,
in theory,
could have been better.
Yeah.
I think these teams need to start hiring the Etsy gals.
Oh, they are incredible.
Yeah.
The ones that have the embroidered tops.
Yeah, that's who F1 teams really need to consult on this.
Yeah. Get the Etsy gals on the...
Because sure, some of the drivers own actual merch is quite nice.
Yeah.
Pierre's Light by Pierre Gasly line. That
I
was
do
very
like
good.
all of those, yeah. Lando's is pretty good too. His N4 stuff, that's all nice.
Can't not talk about Enchante. Other than the price of it, Daniel, it's stunning.
It's absolutely insane.
It's stunning, but does it need to be that much money?
I really wanted... So, he did a Rick Rodeo collection last year for Kota.
Yeah.
And oh my god, there was this red rodeo jumper. It had a cowboy on it. Oh, it was so nice. That was all I wanted. But tell me why. It was 160 Great British pounds.
No.
And I was like, I'm so sorry, but I actually can't fork that out, to be honest. But it's stunning.
And you're probably to pay for shipping on top of that
for
to
sure.
the UK.
Yeah.
Wow.
I know.
Daniel!
Come on, man. Stop making it so exclusive. Let the wee guys get a Rick Rodeo jumper. Come on.
And that's why we love the Etsy girls.
Yes, because it is affordable.
Yeah. Oh, what would we do without them?
Honestly, I love a bit of an Etsy F1 shop.
Yeah, me too. I have so many things in my basket, but just no money.
My favourite at the moment is Good Luck Tess.
Oh my god, I was just thinking that.
I love her.
She posted a TikTok yesterday last night about like how she got like started and all, and I watched it all, and I was like, I love you, Tess.
I'll need to go and watch that.
You'll see my comment on it. I was like, we love you. You're the coolest.
No, because she's so cool, and like all of her stickers are so great. Because I've got my laptop is caked in F1 stickers, but every time she sends stickers out, she sends them in like the most beautiful wrapping, and then you get free stickers as well. Like, oh, she's great. I love her.
I have a full basket full of her stickers on Etsy, but I just need the cash money to buy them.
Yeah.
So when Student Loan comes in next month.
Mine already.
Oh, jealous. Well, I'm not jealous.
Guess where I'm off to.
Yeah, I'm not jealous that Jazz got hers before me because she started back at uni before I have.
I am unfortunately back at university.
I'll take the waiting game. I'll buy them for myself as a wee birthday treat.
Oh, quite right. Send me a few, I'll get you them.
Aye. Speaking of, this is my appeal. Singapore Grand Prix is on my birthday. Well, it's the day before my birthday, but we're celebrating my birthday on that day.
We are.
Because I start back at uni on the 18th.
Unfortunately.
But this is my appeal to Charleg or Blando or Oscar.
Yeah.
Or actually, Joe, anyone who's not a Red Bull to win that Grand Prix.
Yes.
Because I refuse to believe that Red Bull will win every race this season. And for that reason, I've decided Singapore is going to be the one that someone else wins.
Fingers crossed.
Birthday treat.
Singapore gives me so much anxiety though. That track is so tight.
Well, maybe this is what we need.
Yeah. Yeah. No, you're right. We actually
squeeze them Red Bulls out.
Yeah. They need to come back from summer break with a revitalised sense of spirit. Everybody does, because we need to have at least one race.
They've all had a very relaxing summer by the seams of it.
Yeah, no, it looks like they've been having a great
they
time.
They look tan, relaxed, wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
Happy
Lando's
for them.
hair.
Lando's everything.
So good.
Stunning.
He's peaked.
The only man that I think can pull off white jeans, white trousers.
Mm-hmm.
I hate white trousers, but
it's really bad.
the photo I saw of him the other day with the blue shirt, wow.
And the curly hair. I love when he's got his curly hair.
Yeah, it's pretty stunning.
So good.
Oh, and Charles's beach hair, if you haven't seen that, it's all tousled and wavy and wonderful. Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Unreal.
Not important at all, but like, hopefully they're all relaxed now.
Revitalised.
Come back fighting.
Yes, a new sense of purpose for these people.
And maybe Ferrari will have done some thinking. Fred will have put his thinking cap on and sacked Xavi.
God, I hate that guy.
I'm gonna say it every week until they sack him.
Get Xavi out.
Hashtag Xavi out. We actually will say it every week.
Every single week.
You hate Zach Brown, I hate Xavi.
I mean, yeah, I hate Xavi as well, like, but fuck Zach Brown. I am.
No, Zach, we love you. We want you on the podcast. Zach, give me a job. Don't. I'm in my McLaren shirt as well. I'm a bit traitorous this
Actually,
week.
yeah. I'll stop slating you if you give Kath a job.
Give me that McLaren internship.
Yeah.
I'm even wearing my McLaren shirt, my Oscar Piastri shirt.
Your Oscar P top?
Yeah, bit traitorous to my love for Ferrari, but I do have a love for Oscar P, so.
I was going to wear my Ferrari top, but we had to faff around for so long putting records on this clothes horse to put the camera up that I didn't change my top, so.
You know, we gotta make sacrifices now and again.
It's still racing-esque. It's a red top with some.
Yeah. What if we run out of racing-themed attire? God, it'll all
End of the world.
End of the podcast.
Yeah.
The day we run out of racing things to wear.
We've got to
podcast
close
is
down.
Over. Sorry, that's it. Shop's closed.
So good.
The only other thing I had to talk about this week was Max Verstappen. Did a wee quote, and he was talking about his future at Red Bull. And we've already said before that we don't see Max sticking around for too long. I know he's contracted till 2028, but that's a long time.
Yeah.
And he himself now has said if after 2026 the Red Bull isn't competitive, he'll leave. Mm-hmm. He'd rather do something else than be sat in the midfield, which is fair enough.
I mean, we said that before, didn't we? Because he's not the kind of guy that's in it for all of these different things. He does it because he really likes to do it.
Yeah, and he likes winning. And I suppose what's the point in him? Well, I mean, if he really liked it, he would stay no matter what he was driving.
Well, yeah, I suppose you're right. He just likes his comfy little seat in Red Bull, I think.
Yeah, I think if he was in a Haas,
he wouldn't be as happy.
Which Helmut Marko tried to say that if you put Max in a Haas, he would still qualify pole.
I highly doubt that.
I would really debate that.
Well,
I think there's a chance. I don't think it's impossible.
But Max has only ever driven a Red Bull.
Yeah,
I think if you put him in any other not Red Bull family car,
he would get angry.
Very.
Mad Max.
Yeah.
I think you'd find it too frustrating.
Well, you've seen the difference between Danny Rick going to McLaren and like all of the...
Yeah.
Like he had to completely change his driving style and it still didn't work for him.
Yeah. So that was an interesting little Max quote. But it's nothing we didn't know. I think that was quite obvious.
Yeah.
But it'd be cool to see him go and do other types of motorsport.
Yeah, venture off a bit.
Conquer something else too.
Yes.
But we spoke about that. I think we spoke about that week one.
It must have been,
he's confirmed our thoughts now.
He has, yes.
We knew it.
Ahead of the curve.
We're on to you, Max.
Mm-hmm.
We're ahead of the trends on this podcast.
Always.
So if you want to... I don't know what I was going to say. Want to be on top of the news, see into the future, we're your gals.
Yeah. We
Psychic.
Are. And the news, it might not always be 1,000,000% accurate.
But we try our best.
We're halfway there.
We do research. We don't just make this shit up.
Yeah, no, we actually do try and research.
Every time I look, I don't look at the camera, I look at the viewfinder.
Oh, yeah.
Even though I'm not wearing glasses, so I can't really see either.
It's been a bit fun having the camera.
I know. We better wrap it up because we're hitting the 50-minute mark.
Oh, dear.
That's a lot for me.
Yeah.
This will be my first week editing the audio and the video.
Good luck.
catch me crying.
Guys, I have actually offered to help, but my help is not wanted here, so...
Well, there's not really much you can do.
there's not much, but I don't just pass it off to Kath and, like, laugh at her. Like, I do actively try and help if I can.
Yeah, it's just a bit complicated.
It is, yeah. And I don't actually know the first thing about doing it, so really it's safer in your hands than it would be in mine.
That's debatable. That is really debatable.
You've been doing an ace job so far.
Thanks.
So
I try my best. So,
we're doing good.
week 6. Can't believe
Week
it.
6 completed.
And then there's racing.
So excited.
So it's Zandvoort.
Yes, I quite like Zandvoort as a track.
Yeah.
I like the big bank when they run up. Oh, whoops, sorry.
Tapping the mic.
Tapped you, sorry.
Love tap. Yeah, I'm excited.
Mm-hmm.
I actually couldn't care what race it is. I just need racing back. I actually, like, my days and my weeks feel so wrong.
Yeah.
Because normally...
Purposeless, right?
My week's been going Monday to Wednesday, I edit the podcast.
Yeah.
Thursday I can have a day off. It's media day at F1, I like to chill.
Mm-hmm.
That's my day off. And then
Friday,
Friday,
Saturday, Sunday.
I'm back on it, and then we record the podcast and the cycle repeats. And I like that cycle.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable and happy in that cycle. Although uni will come back and disrupt that a bit.
A little.
But these last few weeks, fucking awful.
Right?
I don't know what to do with myself.
I know.
I sit around and I wait for F1 news to come to me. I make some TikToks.
Wait till we get to Christmas break. It's like over 100 days without F1.
I'm not even thinking about that because I'm just so upset.
It's really bad.
At the most depressing point of the year as well, winter. Oh,
Catherine's not a winter gal.
no,
I like a cozy night.
no. It's so depressing.
Never mind.
I would enjoy a winter night if I had F1 to watch.
Yeah, that's true, actually. It would be a bit more enjoyable.
So if anyone has any other winter sport recommendations for me to watch,
Yeah, give us some...
I'll need it. I'll be suffering.
Yes. But, thanks for listening.
Yeah.
Episode 6. With video. If you watched the video.
Imagine the video doesn't work and then
Don't even
this whole
say
thing's
that.
been us talking about the video and there's just no video.
Yeah, actually, that's classic.
Touch wood.
Yeah.
Because we are prone to jinxing things on this podcast. So.
Very.
Yeah.
But fingers crossed it's all worked out. And we've done it.
Ace. Smashed it.
Sorted.
I had the temptation to dab there. I don't know why. that would have actually been really embarrassing. I really felt it in my soul. Something almost possessed. Jazz is crying. Jazz is actually crying. I'm so glad I didn't. That might be
It was the look of concern in your eyes.
I was like, why has that happened? I'm gonna make me cry. I'm sweating. This has not been my week. My brain's malfunctioning.
Oh my god.
Well, on that bombshell.